G'day guys, welcome back. It's resin day, yay! And I'm going to do some Christmas coasters because it's coming up to Christmas. I'm going to do similar colours to this little plate that I did with the 3D bloom. That was the top that I poured on and that's the underneath. So I'm going to use the same red, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to put some red around the outside and I'm just going to do white petals. And then I'll paint the edge in silver. So that's my inspiration. I am trying, move that out of the way. I am trying the 360 plus, the Platinum 360 plus to do the blooms. Normally I use my ultra clear, but I'm going to have a go at this one because I want to be able to unmold it, you know, pretty quickly. I'm just going to cover that up so that I can show you something. Yeah, so I want to try and use the quicker setting resin just so that I don't have to wait 24 hours to unmold like I do with the Platinum Ultra Clear. It makes gorgeous 3D flowers, the Ultra Clear, but I want to see if I can do it with the 360 plus. So I finished stirring my resin. I decanted it straight away. I've got an ounce in there and an ounce in there because I don't want it to be too deep. I don't want it to set up too fast. That's going to be my white. I've got an ounce in there and an ounce in there. That's 30 grams. That's going to be for my red. And the rest's in here. So yeah, like I said, I don't want it to get too hot. This one gets really hot if you pour it too deep. So I've just kept it like that. And then after 30 minutes, I'm only going to wait 30 minutes. And then I'm going to start piping. But I wanted to show you this. When I was at the craft store the other day, Craft Online, I got these 3 sheets of card, a red glitter, a silver glitter and a gold glitter, and I thought that'd be really nice, you know, for Christmassy things. And I had a little play. I cut these 2 out with, there's my little Duvalakis here, like a punch thingy. So I thought that might be nice to try. That's what the box looks like. I got these from Craft Online. They're just around the corner from me, so I just popped down there. So those are the boxes that they came in. And there's lots of different shapes that you can buy, but I chose these 2 little flowers. So I'm going to do silver. I think I'm going to do silver. Or do I want to do red? I can't decide if I want silver or red, because I'm going to put red around the outside. Maybe a red would be better on the inside. I'll do red. And then I'm going to do a silver pen around the outside. So, all right, let's put these 2 out of the way. I'll use them another day. So I'm trying to decide. I think I like that one, that little shape there. So I need another 3 of those. And it tells you on the top. So that's the other one. That's more rounded, and then that one's more pointed. All right, so just going to pop that in there like so, and then just press. Actually, maybe I should get it a little bit closer so I don't waste too much of my paper. Oh, it's loud, isn't it? Oh, it fell out the other side. There we go, look at that. It fell out the other side. I was thinking I had to catch it. All right. Well, actually, going like that, you can see exactly, you know, how much paper you're going to use. Snap. Oh, it flew right over there. All right, that's 3. I'm not very good at this. I'm not really a crafty person. You know, as far as, you know, making, look at that, making things. It's crafty. Oh dear. Anyway, all right, so there's my 4 little flower centers. And, you know, you may not like them, but I wanted to try them rather than, you know, putting glitter in the center of each. So let's just move that out of the way. Now, the top that you can see here is going to be the back. So we need to put these in upside down. Like so. I'm just going to do this and then I can push them down to where they need to go. And hopefully they won't move too much once I've got them down. There's a few bubbles coming out from underneath them, so I'll torch those. I just thought these might be cute, hey? Let's push them down each little petal because I don't want a bubble to be underneath those. Hopefully there's no bubbles. And hopefully I've got them centered. Before I poured the resin into the mold, I did spray with my 100% alcohol. I forgot to do it the other day and I had all these little bubbles clinging to the edge, and then I had to run around with a little tool and get all the bubbles out. But I find if I give it a quick spray all around, like trying to get into the sides like that with my spray, I don't get those little bubbles that cling to the side. So that's really great. But I can see a few little bubbles that have popped up, so we'll just give them a bash and come out. You see a little bubble there. Just give the bubbles time to come to the surface, and then you can hit them again with the torch or with your alcohol spray, whatever you want to use. I'm just hoping they're going to be centered. Probably looks a bit off-centered to where you are because you're sort of on an angle. You're not looking straight down. You're kind of looking across the top on these. Make sure these aren't getting too hot. What am I up to? 10 minutes to go. So 10 minutes until I need to start piping. There's another bubble. You can just kind of push them and they'll come up to the surface, and then you can zap them. Didn't realize there'd be that many bubbles coming up underneath it actually. I'm surprised. Alright, I'll come back to that because I can see a few more. Right, let me get my gloves on, and I'm going to start mixing up my colours so that I'm ready to go in 10 minutes. Right, we're still going. Now this red took me a little while to try and make that, because the first time I made red I did this and it was more like a raspberry red. So I made the other red and I mixed these two together. It's Truly Red and Hot Copper. Pearl X. I don't know where that one came from, but Truly Red and Hot Copper. So I've got a little bit in there. I just mixed it into this little cup the other day when I was using it. So I'm going to put a scoop into that one. And a scoop into that one. I think they're about equal. So those are my reds. Okay, and like I said, I've divided it because I don't want it to be too deep. Let's see if this will be the red that I'm after. I think I added some alcohol ink to it as well from memory. Well, I can't remember which one it was. Oh gosh. Should have watched back my video, shouldn't I? Because I've got two reds here. Chili pepper. I think I'll go with the chili pepper. That one might be quite dark. Just gonna give it a bit of a, oh, I can't get any out. 1, 2, 3. Don't you hate it when the colour won't come out? It's obviously blocked with something. Come on. It's always the way when you're in a hurry, isn't it? Always the way. Put a pin in there. I can't get a pin in there. I must have like touched the end onto some resin at some stage. It must have gotten a bit clogged. Oh dear. Where's the way when you're in a hurry, isn't it? Just bear with me. I'm just going to get that little thing that, you know, makes the hole in the alcohol inks. I've got one here somewhere. Somewhere. Here it is. Maybe that'll work. You know the things that come with your alcohol ink, your little tiny push pins. Let's see if that'll go in there. Oh dear. The top broke off. Oh my gosh. Not having a good time. I'm just had to pull it out with my teeth. All right, let's see if that'll work. All right, that's working. Oh, it looks as if I've injured myself. I haven't. Oh gosh, trials and tribulations of videos, hey? All right, let's see what this color looks like. Now I've got 5 minutes left. Just enough time to do my white. Still not quite the color I'm after. Maybe it is this one that I need to use. It's got number 3 on it. It's from Resin. I can't really tell you what color it is. It's just a sample that Susanna sent me. I'm just going to see if I can get that a deeper red. I'm only making up a little bit of this red. It's just to pop around the edges. I don't need a lot. Whoops. There we go, a squirt. I've got a squirt. So I've got, like I said, I've got 30 grams or 1 ounce in each of those cups there. That's going to be for my white. Because I thought ½ an ounce per piece. So this is my new mold that I've made. It's I don't know whether you would call it a mandala or maybe a lotus flower. I've called it a lotus flower. I think it kind of looks like that. And yeah, I just think it's really pretty. So it'll be a nice little Christmas mold. All right, so that's my red done. And now the white. So 1 ounce, 5 drops of Cast and Craft. Don't squeeze too hard. You don't want huge drops. 2, 3, 4, 5. I just give it a squeeze and wait for it to come to the top and then just drip out on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you can squeeze like really hard and you get this huge drop, and it's like almost having 2 drops instead. So just got to be wary of that you're not putting too much in, because it's heavy, and you know it may just all sink to the bottom, whereas you want it to sort of be suspended in the resin, so you don't put too much in. It's a bubble. All right, that'll have to do for bubbles. Hopefully that's enough, but at least I haven't got any around the edges, so that's a good thing. So I'm not going to pipe today. I thought I would just use my little paper cups and just make pretty patterns. I do need to pour this into paper cups though. So here's the red. Look at that. Looks like a pretty red, hey? It's probably not quite as red as I wanted, but it's the copper that's doing that. I think it's really hard to get a real red. I've been struggling getting a true red. All right, let's pour that into that. It's just so that I can pinch the cup to pour around my edges. So I didn't fill the mold up totally, because you know you need a bit of extra room for all this red and all your white. So you just got to be careful not to fill it up too much. I made up, I can tell you, I made up 225 grams of A and 97 grams of B. So that's like 322 grams of resin I mixed up for this particular mold. All right, so that's all in there now. So it's quite deep in there. So I'm going to get a wriggle on and pour this red out. It looks redder in the cup than it does in the actual, like the inside of the cup looks quite red. Alrighty, here we go. Now I need a tissue to catch my drips. Bit of paper towel. Move that out of the way. All right, are we ready? Now here we go. What's the time? All right. Oh, it's 25 past. My time has come. I'm not doing a very good job of pouring the red. It's kind of drizzling out. Right, that's that one. Kind of thought about doing it before as well, but I wasn't ready before. You get nice and close, you can actually get a better, so that's working better. I'm getting closer to the actual mold. Probably should have left it in 2 cups actually, because then it would have been much easier to handle. Oh, I couldn't see where I was going. All right, so I didn't need all of that. It's a bit of a wriggly there. I think it'll be fine though. We'll wait and see what happens, hey? All right, so that's that one. Now, let's do the white. Yeah, I think I should have probably done the red first. But then you've got the problem of what do you do with the resin while it's sitting for half an hour? You know, you don't want it to get over hot. So that's why I thought, well, I'll pour the white in, the clear in first, and then it can just sit for half an hour, you see, because it won't get overly hot because it's not very deep. It's only like 1/2 centimetre deep. So that was my reasoning, but we'll have to wait and see if it actually will still work with this wriggle bit here. Don't know. Anyway, let's get on with this. Let's pour. I'm going to do little circles. Little circles. Get my little tissue again. Now, it's a bit tricky knowing how much I've got in here, like how much I can use on each one. Hopefully that's not too much, otherwise I won't have any left for the other two, hey? It's getting as close as I can without touching the edge of my coaster mold. Oops, oh gosh, I hope I got enough for the last little guy. Sorry, little guy, if you haven't got enough. Again, probably should have left it in the 2 cups. That way I know I've got, you know, enough for what I need. I can't really stop and scrape, that's the thing, you know. If I stop and scrape the cup, I can't do that. I just have to let it drip. All right, that's going to have to do. That will have to do. Right, now I need my little silicone stick thing. This one. It's got a little point on the end, which is nice. Little silicone stick. It's going to do that in the center. All right, now I'm going to give it a little bit of heat, actually, just a bit. Just on low with my heat gun, popping some bubbles. Just heating up that resin. Heat it up and it just gets it moving a little bit. Not too much heat, just a little bit. All right, now where these points are, I thought it would be nice to have the resin coming like that into that little point. So I'll do that. Hopefully I'm not making too much of a mess. like so, to the point. It's got 5 points, this mold. And then I think what I'll do with it, oops, missed it. I'm not going very deep, I'm only like skimming the top. It's quite full now actually. I didn't realize I was making them quite so full. I think next time I won't do the 322 grams. I just made up the same amount as I would do if I was using my my round coaster mold. That takes 320, well, it takes about 350. So I thought I'll just make 322. But yeah, I probably didn't need quite that much. Now with these ones, I'm going to, where the round is, I'm just going to come back into the center like that. Oh, it's pulling a little bit of the red through with it. Look at that. Oh, I wonder what that'll look like. Looking quite pretty. Hope it works. Oops, pushed very hard on that one. Hope it works. It's always a worry when you're trying something new, isn't it? But if it doesn't work, then, you know, I'll have another go. Try again. Because I do enjoy doing these 3D flowers. They are a bit challenging, you know, you've got to get your timing just right. Now, the last thing I want to do is just do a little swirl. And I don't have to worry about the glitter underneath moving, because there ain't any. Just a little swirl. Don't get carried away with your swirl, just a little bit. Oops, and move the flower. Go around like 3 times, that's probably enough. Alrighty. I hit it again with my torch, in case there's any bubbles. And then just have to wait and see what's going to happen. Gosh, look at the mess I made. All right, I'm going to bring you down for a bit of a close-up, and then I can cover them with that box that I had out before. All right, let's see what they're going to do. Actually, I think my red might be a little bit too, like, opaque. It's very dark. It's because I kept adding more and adding more of the ink. I probably, actually, you know, I only had an ounce, didn't I? I probably didn't need to have such a big scoop. I'm not sure what it's going to do here. Yeah, so I made a couple of mistakes. My cup was too full. My cup floweth over. My cup was a bit full when I was pouring these. That's why it kind of went wriggly like that. Getting some movement, like we are blooming. The outside always blooms more. It's got further to travel to the inside than the inside ones. I'm happy with a little bit of transparency through there. That looked really pretty. All right, so I only have to wait like 8 hours now. I can unmold these this evening, so yay. All right, I will see you then. Wish me luck that they work, hey? See you soon. All right, so it's a few hours later, and I'm not really happy with them. Haven't closed up as they should have. And also this red on the edge, it hasn't spread like it should have, but that's okay. They don't always work, do they? But I want to get them out because I want to use this mold again. I want to try again. So let's have a little look. And so as long as you learn, I think as long as you learn from, you know, what you've done, and then you can make it a bit better the next time. See, look at all this. It hasn't closed up here, but then it has on this side. But anyway, let's have a look and see what it looks like on the back, and then I'll know what I need to change. I think I'll just go back to the Platinum Ultra Clear because I know it works every time. Oh, okay. Well, that's better than I I was expecting. You look at the back and it just looks a mess. I mean, it's not as good as it should be, but it's not bad. And I just wanted to basically see what these looked like. There are a couple of bubbles still in there. I think what I might need to do is like soak it in resin first, like dip it into resin and then take it out and put it in. I mean, they're only tiny, you can't really see them. You could put, if you were concerned, like if I had room in my mold, which I don't, you could do a top coat, you know, in a silver or a pale, like not a pale, but a very transparent red. So anyway, that's all right. I don't mind that one. They're only just done, a little bit bendy still. But like I said, I wanted to get them out because I want to use the mold again. I love this mold. So same thing here. Hasn't really closed up. Now, I think, see, when it does that, and it kind of drops to the back, it means that the resin's too thin and the white drops down. But let's have a look. Oh, that one's better. That one's got a lot of open space, but it's equal. They're all open. I actually don't mind that one. It's better than that one. Only because that one's closed there and open around there. But you see how it's kind of a bit blobby there? So that's telling me that my resin was a little bit on the thin side and it's sort of dropped straight down. Because when it drops down, it doesn't spread out. That's not bad, is it? Let me know what you think of them. I think they're okay. They're not a 10 out of 10, but they're okay. Probably need something like that so that you can't see through. So this one, actually I only just noticed on all of them they've got the little bit of red coming through that I pulled through. I wasn't even looking at those. I was paying attention to other things and I wasn't even noticing. It's not bad at all. Look, I'll put the video up anyway and then I'll do them again with the changes I talked about and to see if we can improve on it. Don't mind that one either. Go around here and get this last one out. What do you think of the shape of these? They're pretty, aren't they? I do like the shape of these ones. And they're not too busy. They've only got 5 curves and 5 little points. So this is the one that I thought was the worst out of all of them because look, there's a big gap, big gap. Not sure what happened there. Did I do that one first? Can't remember. If I did this one first, then the resin was the thinnest in that one, and then as I went through, it sort of thickened up a little bit. I probably do need something on the back, but you can see there, this one's a little bit more blobby. I've got yellow ink on me. I can't get it off. A little bit more blobby. I think I did start there. I usually do that. So this one, the resin was the thinnest. So there we go. I like these two best. I'd put them on my Christmas table for sure. Not a bad effort. But yeah, I definitely will do it again. I'll put less colour in the resin that's going around the edge. I'll put the red in first. Then I'll put the clear on and then I'll pipe, just so that you'll get more of a blending there rather than that definite line across. But look, they're not bad, are they? Not too bad. All right, I'll leave it at that. I've just come back from my grocery shopping and it's about to rain and I'm going to go and sit down and have a cuppa, put my feet up. Well-earned break. All right, thanks ever so much for watching, you guys. Take care. And I'd love to see your Christmas decorations that you make from resin and your Christmas coasters and trays and bowls and plates and things. This one's not quite the same colour. I ended up putting too much red, too much in that one. But yeah, there we go. All right. Oops, I've just stuck my hand in something I shouldn't have. I've got to go. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.